The criminals and supervillains of Gotham City may live in fear of the Dark Knight, but they all know one thing: Batman lives by a strict set of rules. Chief among them is his golden rule: he never takes life. This no-kill rule has defined Batman and the people he works with, making it a topic of intense debate among fans over the years. Even in the Batman Arkham Origin video game, he revives Bane after momentarily stopping his heart. That said, even Batman's moral code has been tested. There have been moments when he's had no choice but to break his long-standing rule. Blurring the line that separates him from the villains, he dedicates his life to stopping. Today we're diving into 10 times Batman broke his no-kill rule. 10. Early versions of Batman killed recklessly before he adopted his rule. The Batman we know today is strict about his moral code. But when he first appeared in 1939, he was a very different hero. In those early days, Batman tackled crime with far more brutal methods, often resorting to deadly force. In his original crime-fighting days, Batman wasn't afraid to use guns and even caused a number of criminal deaths. He once punched a criminal into a vat of acid, hung a villain from his Batplane, and even shot supervillains like the Mad Monk in their sleep. These violent methods marked the early years of the Caped Crusader before his character began to evolve. Batman's transition to a non-lethal hero began with the arrival of Robin. With his young sidekick by his side, Batman's methods softened, and the dynamic duo started enforcing justice without lethal force. 9. Batman killed a few criminals in a junkyard. Incredibly, junkyards have been the site of multiple deaths tied to Batman's actions. The first major instance occurred in Batman number 425 by Jim Starlin and Mark Bright. The issue features a drug smuggler named Jose Garzonas, who kidnaps Commissioner Gordon. In the ensuing confrontation, two criminals accidentally shoot each other while Batman dodges their bullets. Meanwhile, Garzonas meets a grisly end when Batman destabilizes a pile of cars, causing them to collapse and crush him. Years later, in Detective Comics 613 by Alan Grant and Norm Breyfogle, Batman's actions lead to another junkyard death. During a chaotic fight, he inadvertently knocks a criminal into a trash compactor, resulting in a gruesome demise. While neither of these deaths was intentional, Batman's role in them cannot be denied. 8. Killing Ra's al Ghul and his father. Sensei Ra's al Ghul is one of Batman's most formidable adversaries, and their battles have occasionally pushed Batman to the brink. In Batman Annual Number 8, Batman and Robin encountered a masked cult leader known as the Messiah of the Crimson Sun, who threatened Earth with a giant space laser, was eventually revealed to be Ra's al Ghul. In their final battle, Ra's attempted to steal Batman's emergency shuttle, though the Dark Knight activated his remote control and steered al Ghul towards the sun. The moment Ra's opens the shuttle's door, his body is consumed by fire, and his ashes drift into the void of space. Later, in the Resurrection of Ra's al Ghul storyline, Batman's battle with Raz's father, Sensei, takes a similarly fatal turn. Their fight ends when Sensei falls into the Fountain of Essence, a pool of mystical waters that burns him alive while healing Batman's injuries. 7. Batman left KG Beast to starve to death in a locked metal bunker. Underground KG Beast, a highly trained Soviet assassin, faced Batman in the 10 Nights of the Beast storyline. After KG Beast successfully carries out a series of assassinations, Batman finally corners him in a sewer. Rather than engage in another fight, Batman locks the assassin in a metal bunker, leaving him to starve to death. Years later, KG Beast resurfaces during the Rebirth era. After shooting Nightwing in the head, KG Beast and Batman face off once more. Batman leaves him mortally wounded in the snow, choosing not to save him. These encounters with KG Beast reveal a darker side to Batman's moral code. 6. The Joker's ambiguous fate in The Killing Joke. Few moments in Batman's history have sparked as much debate as the ending of The Killing Joke. In this iconic story, the Joker pushes Batman to his limits by paralyzing Barbara Gordon and mentally tormenting Commissioner Gordon. In the finale, Batman confronts the Joker and the two share a laugh. Then, the scene takes an eerie turn. Batman reaches out, and the final panels suggest he may have strangled the Joker or even snapped his neck. The ambiguous ending has divided fans and creators alike, with some believing it marked the moment Batman finally broke his no-kill rule against his greatest foe. 5. Alternate versions of Batman, killing the Joker. Across the multiverse, there are countless alternate versions of Batman who have crossed the ultimate line. In Red Rain, a vampire-themed Elseworld story, Batman kills Dracula but becomes a vampire himself. This transformation leads him to kill members of his rogues gallery. In JLA, The Nail, another alternate reality, Batman snaps and kills the Joker after witnessing the murder of Batgirl and Robin. But the most infamous alternate version is the Batman Who Laughs. In this dark universe, Batman kills his Joker, only to be infected by a transformative Joker venom. The result? A terrifying hybrid of the two, one of the most dangerous villains in the DC multiverse. 4. All-Star Batman Burned. Criminals Alive. Frank Miller's All-Star Batman and Robin the Boy Wonder introduced a darker, more unhinged version of the Caped Crusader. This version of Batman was brutal and didn't seem to have the same aversion to killing his enemies despite sharing similar rules. In one controversial scene, Batman sets fire to a gang of criminals by igniting a bottle of chemicals on a pier. As the thugs burn behind him, Batman shares an intimate moment with Black Canary. This brutal depiction of Batman drew heavy criticism, but remains one of the most shocking moments in his history. 3. Jean-Paul Valley kills Abattoir. After Bruce Wayne's traumatic injury during the Nightfall storyline, he entrusted the mantle of the Bat to Jean-Paul Valley Azrael, who had only begun his training as a new member of the Batman family. However, he was raised with a brainwashing technique known as the system that gave him advanced skills but corrupted his sanity. He heavily modified the Batsuit and became increasingly more violent, until he finally broke Wayne's main rule by first pushing and then letting the serial killer known as Abattoir fall to his death in a vat of molten steel. This heralded the end of his night quest and brought about Bruce Wayne's return. 2. Flashpoint Batman kills Reverse Flash. In the Flashpoint timeline, Thomas Wayne becomes Batman after Bruce's death. Unlike his son, Thomas has no qualms about killing. During the climactic battle, Reverse Flash tries to stop Barry Allen from restoring the timeline. Thomas intervenes, stabbing Reverse Flash through the heart with a sword. This brutal act allows Barry to fix the timeline, but cements Thomas Wayne as one of the darkest versions of Batman. 1. Batman kills Darkseid in Final Crisis. The most shocking moment of Batman breaking his no-kill rule occurred in Final Crisis. During the Final Crisis event, Darkseid threatened to take over the world with the anti-life equation and turn it into a new apocalypse, which saw a number of heroes working together to stop his dark plans and free their enslaved friends. Batman was crucial in helping stop the Final Crisis, as he delivered a final blow to Darkseid by shooting him with a poisonous radion bullet. He was struck by Darkseid's deadly Omega beams moments after, and never got to see Darkseid's actual death before his own. Of course, both characters eventually returned, but it was still an unforgettable moment that saw Batman break his strict code twice, by both using a gun and taking the life of an enemy. Breaking his no-kill rule is something Batman rarely does, but these moments prove even the Dark Knight can be pushed to his limits. What do you think? Were these moments justified, or did Batman cross the line? Let us know in the comments below and make sure to subscribe to First Curiosity for more Dark Knight content.